Hey guys, thanks for coming. I just want to say it's a Sunday afternoon, really nice outside, a lot going on in the area, so you might hear a lot of sounds that could be distracting, but let's try to focus and stay present. If it's the sounds here or if it's your own sounds where you were practicing. So this practice today I want to specially dedicate, of course open to everyone, but specially dedicate to a niece and a nephew of mine who have reached out a few times, who are following and who are supporting, thank you so much, and who seem to be really excited and curious and eager to learn more. So I thank you so much for reaching out. I love it. I love it. Ask me, request, whatever you want. So this one is especially just dedicated to you two, open to everyone else, of course. You know who you are. And thank you. So let's find our comfortable, easy seat here. Could be like this, legs crossed here this way. We're going to start some breathing exercise, 2-to-1 breathing. You can be straight up, or if you want to lean against a couch, a wall, anything like that, if that's more comfortable, do that. Lean all you want. If the legs are uncomfortable like this, you can spread them out. The point here is to be comfortable in your breathing exercise, so you're not focused on how your back hurts or your knees hurt. We're focusing on our breath. So if this is okay for you, sit like this. If it's not, find something that works better for you. And remember to keep that in mind throughout a whole practice, that we're all shaped differently. Our bodies are comfortable for some doing one thing and definitely not for others doing that. So it's not nothing here is set in stone. So just make it personal and make sure it feels okay for you, and don't push it. Start off slow. So today, if you're here and you're seated, if you have a blanket, like I mentioned before, you can sit on top of it. That might feel good. A blanket, a towel, whatever you have. If you have nothing, that's cool too. And if you have blocks, sometimes I know some people like to put blocks under their knees. Gives them a little more support. Play around. Find something that feels good for you and your body. All right, here we go. You're going to lengthen your spine. You can close your eyes if that feels comfortable for you. I do like to close my eyes. If not, your gaze can be soft, maybe looking down. Try to relax the arms, the shoulders, the hands and fingers. And we're slowly going to start to do our 2-to-1 breathing. So what we're going to do, which we have done in the past, is inhale and then exhale. But our exhale is going to be longer than our inhale. So we're going to start with 2 counts of inhale, 4 counts exhale. So we're lengthening our spine, relaxing the shoulders. A lot of times you have to go over this over and over again. And slowly start to inhale. 1, 2, through the nose, and exhale through the nose. 1, 2, 3, 4. And inhale. 1, 2, exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. And inhale again. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. And repeat that, inhaling for 2. Exhale 4. And keep repeating that over and over again. Trying to connect with your body here, with the movement of your chest, the movement of your belly as you feel it rise and fall. Inhaling for 2, exhaling for 4. And as you continue your breathing, I'm going to read something. So keep breathing, keep connecting with your body and your breath. Trying to let any other sound around you not distract you, and just focus on your breath. And I'm going to read a quote by the very popular Maya Angelou, which some of you may know. I don't know if I continue, even today, always liking myself. But what I learned to do many years ago was to forgive myself. It is very important for every human being to forgive herself or himself. Because if you live, you will make mistakes. It is inevitable. But once you do, and you see the mistake, then you forgive yourself and say, well, if I'd known better, I'd have done better. That's all. So you say to people who you think you may have injured, I'm sorry. And then you say to yourself, I'm sorry. If we all hold on to the mistake, we can't see our own glory in the mirror because we have the mistake between our face and the mirror. We can't see what we're capable of being. And this part I love the best. You can ask forgiveness of others, but in the end, the real forgiveness is in one's own self. I think that young men and women are so caught by the way they see themselves. Now mind you, when a larger society sees them as unattractive, as threats, as too black or too white or too poor or too fat or too thin or too sexual or too asexual, that's rough. But you can overcome that. The reality is to overcome how you think about yourself. If we don't have that, we never grow, we never learn, and sure as hell, we should never teach. So think about that a little bit. Because sometimes being kind and forgiving others, most of the time, is so much easier than being kind to ourselves and forgiving ourselves. Take a few more breaths here. We'll slowly start to open up the eyes if they were closed. And we're slowly going to start to bring our chin down to our chest and start rotating the head and neck to the right, nice and slow. To the right shoulder, and then you're going to make a full circle back, and then to the left, and then back to center. And you're going to do that one more time, taking it really, really slow. Because you'll notice if you take it really, really slow, you can notice where you're feeling all this stretching, whether it's in your neck or your shoulder blades, your back. Nice and slow. So you can really, really connect and feel the stretching. And when you've made that second turn around, you're going to go in the other direction, to the left. So chin is still down, and start turning that head to the left. And back. Taking your time. We're not rushing through anything today. Don't forget to breathe. And you're going to make that second turn to the left. Breathing, noticing where you're feeling this stretching. Might be the same as you felt when you were turning to the right, might be different. And when you've made that second turn to the left, you're slowly going to start to bring your chin back up. And start to roll your shoulders back. And you're breathing still. Again, connecting with all your movement here. And then you're going to roll the shoulders forward. And when you finish that roll forward, just take a few breaths in your seated position. And when you've taken those few breaths, you'll slowly come back. If you closed your eyes, opening the eyes again. And you're going to bring your two hands to your heart center here. Take 3 breaths here. And when you're ready, you're slowly going to open up your hands and inhale. Arms open, all the way as wide as you can. Exhale, bring your arms closer for a hug. And you're going to inhale again, open. Exhale, closing those arms. Inhale again. And exhale. One more time. Inhaling. The arms are moving with the breath. And now you're going to exhale. You're going to do that hug again. But try to put the opposite arm over this time. Inhale again. And exhale with the hug, with that opposite arm over. And inhale again. Really wide, opening up that chest and heart. Exhale. Nice, tight hug. And slowly bring the arms back down. We're going to go into a little twist from here. We're going to inhale the arms up. Exhale, bringing the right hand behind you, left hand on your right knee. I'm going to turn just so you can see. So you inhaled up, and you exhaled, bringing that right hand behind you, left hand on your right knee. And you're going to inhale as you lengthen your spine, Again, inhaling with your movement. Exhale as you twist over that right shoulder. Feeling that twist in the waist and the shoulders. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to twist. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, twist. Stay there. You're slowly going to start to inhale your arms up again. Exhale, both hands to the left. And just let the head hang down a little bit. And we're going to do the other side. Inhaling, arms up. Exhale, left hand behind you, right hand on your left knee. And I'm going to turn this way this time, just to show you. So it's the left hand behind you, right hand is on your left knee. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale as you twist. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. And you're slowly going to inhale the arms up. I'm turning again just to show you. Exhale, hands to the right. Letting the head hang. You'll slowly start to come back up. We're going to start to make our way into our tabletop for some cat-cow. Tabletop. If you have a blanket or a towel, you can use that for your knees. I always like to do it, to use the blanket or towel if I have one. So getting into tabletop. For tabletop, we bring our hands right under our shoulders. Our fingers are spread apart. Try to have that index finger parallel to your mat, to the long side of your mat. And then the fingers are all spread apart. Your knees are about hip distance here. We're going to go into our cat-cows. Okay. Everything we do, we're going to try to press our body away from the floor, from the mat. So we're not sinking into our shoulders like this. We're going to be pressing away. We're pressing away. So everything we do, we're going to start pressing away, not sinking. So we'll get ready for our cat-cow here. Fingers are spread apart, hands are right under our shoulders, knees are hip distance, pressing away from our mat. So we're slowly going to start to inhale as we bring our chin up, again pressing away from our mat, chin up, and we're arching that back. We're pushing that tailbone up to the ceiling, to the sky. And again, pressing away. And then we're going to exhale, bringing the chin in, rounding the back, bringing the belly button to the spine, and we're still pushing away from the mat. And we're tucking in our tailbone. And inhale again. And exhale. Inhale again. This is cow. And exhale for cat. Inhale again. And exhale. And try to have the elbows pointing, facing your toes. And inhale again for cow. Exhale for cat. And do a few more rounds on your own. Inhaling as you do cow. Exhaling for cat. And just find a good rhythm, a good pace that works for you. And this pose, along with every other pose we're going to do on our hands and wrists, try to use the fingers and the pads of the hands. Try to really feel those on your mat. Don't put all of your weight, or try not to put all your weight on your wrists. There's a difference. You should be able to feel a difference. So you're doing a few more rounds of these. Connecting with your breath. Your body is in sync with your breath here. And when you're ready, we're going to meet back at neutral here, at tabletop. You're going to tuck the toes behind you. You're going to start to push your hips up and back to your first downward facing dog. If you have a blanket or a towel or something in the middle of your mat, you might want to remove it. I'll remove mine. Fix my shirt. So you're in your down dog. Get a nice stretch here. You can bend the knees, pedal the feet. Bringing that tailbone up to the ceiling again. Using those fingers and pads of the hands, not just your wrists. And you're slowly going to start to walk your feet to your hands. And then you're going to start to roll up nice and slow, bringing your head up last, where you're going to end up in mountain pose. And just reviewing mountain pose. So you should be at the top of your mat, facing the short end. I'm going to turn just to demonstrate a little bit. Feet should be about hip distance. Okay. Try to even out the weight between both feet, between all sides of the feet, so you're not leaning too much to the outside of the feet or the inside or the front or the back. Really try to notice that. You're engaging your abdomen, so you're pressing your belly button against your spine. Your arms are at your sides. Again, we're not rushing through this. You're pressing your shoulder blades to touch and then letting them melt down your back. So there is space between your ears and your shoulders. You're not up here. You're down here. At the top of your mat, take a few breaths here. Slowly start to inhale the arms up. Exhale as you open them and you forward fold. You can bend the knees here if that feels good. Inhale as you bring your hands to your shins for a flat back. Exhale as you bring your hands down to your mat. Step the feet back into your plank. Again, using your fingers and pads. Slowly start to lower the knees. Bend the elbows to lower the chest and the chin. Flatten the feet behind you. Gently press up for a little cobra here. Or if you've practiced before, you can go up a little higher. And back down. Tuck those toes. Bring your hips up and back for another downward facing dog. Few breaths here. Slowly start to look forward and walk the feet to your hands. Hands to shins for a flat back. Forward fold. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hands to heart center. And we're going to repeat that. As we're in mountain pose, connecting our feet are grounded down to our mat, down to the earth. Slowly start to inhale the arms up. Open as you exhale, forward fold. Inhale, hands to shins, flat back. Exhale, hands to the mat, step the feet back. Slowly bend the knees. Bend the elbows, lowering the chest and chin. Flatten the feet, cobra. Back down, tuck the toes. Hips up and back, downward facing dog. And here again, you can pedal the feet, bend the knees. Bringing that tailbone up high. Slowly looking forward, starting to walk the feet to your hands again. Hands to shins, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Slowly inhale, arms up. And hands to heart center. And we'll do one more round of our sun salutation. This is our sun salutation. Starting in mountain pose. Hands are at your sides. Few breaths here. Slowly inhale the arms up. Exhale as you open, forward fold. Inhale, hands to shins, flat back. Exhale, hands to the mat, step the feet back. We're in plank again. Now we're going to try a little variation here, a side plank, if you're up for it. If you're not, just stay in plank. We can go to our side here. See if I could do it today. Pressing the body away from the mat. Making space. And back down. We do one side, we'll do the other. Turning to the left. And back down. Back in plank here. Lowering the knees. Bending the elbows, lowering the chest and the chin. Flattening the feet. Cobra. And back down. Tuck the toes behind you. Hips up and back. Downward facing dog. Few breaths here. Slowly look forward. Start to walk the feet. Hands to shins, flat back. Forward fold. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, hands to heart center. We're going to end up back into our mountain pose for a few breaths here. You're going to slowly bring your hands to heart center. And then you're going to slowly step your right foot back, bringing the hands back down. I'm going to turn just to show you. I should have done it this way. So we were here, I'm stepping the right foot back. Okay, I'm going to turn that right foot to face that right corner, the top corner of my mat. So that right foot is not facing the wall, but it's almost diagonal, facing that right corner of my mat. That left knee is going to be bent 90 degrees. We're going to go into Warrior One. So in Warrior One, you don't need to be on a tightrope, meaning your feet don't have to be in line with each other. They can be spread apart a little bit more. It'll help too with your balance. So it's something like this. Front knee is bent about 90 degrees. And try to remember here to use the outside of that right foot, that pinky toe side. Try to make a connection with the mat here. And that right thigh, that right knee is opening up. Not the right knee, I'm sorry, the left. So the right pinky toe side is being used. The left, the knee, the front, the knee in the front, opening up that thigh. So it's not going in the knee, it's opening up. Slowly bring your arms up. To frame your ears, take a few breaths here. Looking forward. Palms facing each other. You'll slowly start to lower the hands behind you. Interlace your fingers. Gonna open up that chest. Opening up those shoulders. And then you're slowly, see if you can do this. You can practice it. Start to forward fold into the like the inner left thigh. Bringing the head down, bringing the arms up. Few breaths. And slowly start to lower the arms as you bring that head back up. Release the fingers. You can straighten that knee a little bit. And then we're just going to bring that right foot a little closer. And then start to bring that right foot to come closer to that left. And let's just tap the toes right next to that left foot. Something like this. So we're here, our toes up. We're going to slowly, and this one, we're going to go into dancer's pose. So we're going to work on our balance, on our focus, on our patience, on our concentration. So this is going to take some time. If this is the first time practicing this, again, be patient. Slowly we're going to bend the knee, the right knee, holding the foot, holding that right foot. I'll turn. So we started like this. We're bending to hold that right foot with our right hand, left hand at your side. This might be more than enough for today to try to balance. And when you're trying to balance and hold something like this, it helps if you find something in front of you that's not moving that you can focus on. Also, if you have something to lean on, I would do like here or something, that could help if you're just starting. Or if you're doing it sideways. Just practice. Now if that feels too easy for you, you can hold on to that foot, raise that left hand up, and sometimes I do this okay, other times I'll fall over, we'll see today. And slowly start bringing that foot up behind you, higher and further away from your back. And slowly back down. Woo. Lowering that foot. Back into mountain pose. And let's bring the hands to heart center. And we're going to do the other side. So I'll do it this way now. So hands are at heart center. We're going to step the left foot back, lowering the hands. So now again, left toes are going to be toward the left front corner of your mat, pointing in about a 45-degree angle. Right knee is 90 degrees. Using the outside of that left foot, the pinky toe side, opening up that right knee, not letting it come in like this, but opening it up. Slowly start to bring your arms up to frame your ears for warrior one. Take a few breaths here. Looking forward. Slowly start to bring the hands down, interlacing the fingers behind you. Little shoulder stretch here. And you're going to try, if possible, to lean forward into a forward fold. This is devotional warrior or humble warrior. Head is down, hands, the palms are coming up. Palms to touch, hands up. A few breaths here. And slowly start to lift the head as the arms come back down. Release the arms. And we're going to bring that left foot in a little closer and then tap it next to that right foot. And start to go into our dancer's pose. Again, this could be it today. Or this could be it today by just holding that left foot and trying to balance and trying to be patient. And finding something to focus on. Or if you want, you can raise your right hand. And I want to make sure my right foot and my right toes are looking good down there. I think they're okay. Toes are spread. And slowly, if you want to try this, the foot moves away from your back. And I'm falling. And I'm going to try it again. And this is what you have to keep doing. I mean, if you want to keep trying it, just start over. Not a big deal. And sometimes you'll find one side is much easier than the other. And then other times you'll find you have your good days and your bad days. It is what it is. And falling. Okay. And hands to heart center. Whew, that's pretty good. We're going to go into a twist and then shavasana. So find your way to your back. We're going to hug both knees in. Then we're going to release that left leg, lowering it down to your mat, holding that right knee in. Gently bringing that right knee over to the left. Maybe helping that leg over with your left hand. Right arm is going to come out. So your gaze should be either at your right hand or up at the ceiling. If you want a deeper twist, turn to the right hand. Take a few breaths here. And try to keep both shoulders on your mat so you're not up like this. A few breaths here. And slowly bring that knee back up to center, hugging both knees again. Holding on to that left knee and letting the right leg come out. Bringing that left knee over to the right now. Using that right hand to help that knee over a little bit, gently. And it's gently, don't push. Left arm comes out to a T. And the gaze is up at the ceiling or at the left hand. And again, keeping both shoulders on the mat if possible. Few breaths here. And when you're holding that leg over, try to hold in the thigh area. Try to leave that knee alone. We don't like to touch the knees much. And slowly release, hugging both legs again. And slowly start to bring both legs down on your mat. And before we go into Shavasana, I'm just going to ask you to place your left hand on your heart and your right hand on your belly. And close your eyes here, if that feels okay. And once again, try to connect here with your body and your breath, with your heart, with your energy, your breath. The movement of your belly and chest rising and falling. Connecting with yourself. Being kind and loving. patient. And when you're ready, slowly bring both hands down to your sides, palms facing forward, allowing yourself to take up space here. So maybe spread the feet to the corners of the mat. If you have props again, you can use them. As you're laying there, I'm just going to show you a few examples. I've done this before, if you have pillows, you can use them under your knees. If you have a blanket or a towel, you can use that under your knees too. But another thing I like to do is make a little roll for my neck. Finding what feels just right is really important. Start to get comfortable. Letting your body start to soften, relax. Maybe starting to run through that body scan of relaxing from head to toe. Let's take an inhale here and a long exhale. And another inhale here and a long exhale. And then starting at the eyes, softening the eyes, the eyelids, softening the eyebrows, the space in between the eyebrows. Softening the mouth and the jaw. Relaxing and softening the shoulders, the arms and the hands, fingers. Not using any muscle to hold you up, letting yourself sink and be heavy on your mat. And softening, releasing all muscle from your legs, your feet, and your toes. And take another inhale here. And with that long exhale, let it soften your body a little more. And a reminder, it's pretty normal to fall asleep through Shavasana. So, if it happens, no biggie. That just means you really needed this. And then very slowly we're going to start waking up the body again, wiggling the fingers and toes, maybe taking a stretch with your arms overhead as you point and flex the toes. Maybe turning the head from side to side. And when you're ready, you'll slowly roll to your right side in the fetal position. For a few breaths here. And then again, when you're ready, nice and slow, we'll start placing our hands on our mat or our floor, pressing our way back up. Up to another easy seated position. Messy hair, don't care. And when you're seated again, you'll lengthen that spine, relax the shoulders, relax the arms and hands, and take a few breaths here. Hands can stay where they are or bring them to heart center. The divine in me honors the divine in you. Namaste. Remember to be patient and kind and loving with everyone, especially yourself.